Hi folks, I don't know whether or not this is going to work. I'm trying something I haven't tried before, recording a little tutorial on my computer with the webcam on, so we'll see if it's bad, possibly going to be bad, but I thought it'd be nice if we could try and finish out our tank model a little bit, now that we're not getting back to CoderDojo for a little bit. It's a shame to leave this kind of undone. So we have our little tank on our terrain model, and let's just see if we can do a little bit of animation on it. Down here at the bottom of the screen, this area is always visible actually on the kind of general layout window, but it's usually too small to really see any details, and this is where we can see the keyframes for the animation. So keyframe is just a recorded value of some kind at some particular place in time, and if we put different values for something along this timeline, then Blender will animate between those values on the particular thing that we're trying to change. So for example, if we take our tank here, and I'm going to just go to local transformations here, and I'm going to GY. I'm just going to move it back in Y. Okay, it's going to be our starting position, and I want to make a key. Sorry, just select the tank again. I just want to select I to make a keyframe here for location. Okay, and you can notice a little yellow box has appeared down here in the corner. All right, so let's go a little bit later along the timeline. The timeline is running from all the way up from 1 to 250 at the moment. If we want to change the length of the overall animation, we can just edit those boxes, change it. But let's try 80 here, and we're going to take the tank GY again, and we're going to move it maybe to here, and we're going to hit I again and record the location. So now we've got two dots on our timeline. So hopefully, as we drag the timeline out between those two, you can see that the tank actually moves between those two locations. So let's hit spacebar for play, or you can hit play button there. Let's just watch that. Our tank is moving. That's our first little bit of animation. Then we stop the playback there. Again, space or using those buttons, and just rewind to the first frame. So we went to some trouble as well getting our tracks to move in a realistic way around the curve. So what might be nice is if we can just make the tracks move in the right way as well during that sequence. So I'm working here without a mouse today, so I'm trying to remember how to use things. Why can't I pan? Okay, I forget. I'll figure it out in a bit. This is the trouble with doing stuff off the cuff. So I'm going to use N to open the toolbar panel here at the side. You can also click on this very small little arrow here to open that. And I'm going to look at item. And I just want to look for our tank. So it started at -10 in Y. And then it moved to about 0. So it moved about 10. So it would be nice in the same time frame if our two tracks moved. They should actually move the same amount, 10 units or so, just in the proper direction. So what we need to do on the tracks left and right to do that is we need to get each of these treads, just shift select so the two of those are selected. No, sorry, control select. Yes, not select, shift will select the things in between. So click on one and control and click on the other. And again, we're going to I there to give us a location keyframe. And then we're going to move out to, how far was it for the sorry, for the tank, how far was 80 as well, wasn't it? Just the same point, 80. And let's select those two again and control click, tread. And again, we're going to put a displacement here, we'll just type it in the over here, of 10. And we're going to hit I location on that. So hopefully now, as we go, we should see the tracks also turn as the tank moves, which we do, except it only picked it up for one track. The one nearest us didn't get it for the other one. So let's select that other track. Yeah, it didn't. I thought it would do it for both. It didn't. So put 10 in there as well. All right, let's have a look at our tank. Oh, that's because I don't have a keyframe at the start for this track either. So let's hit I location for that with that tracks up to the same point as everything else, and 10, and I again location. Okay, sorry, now that should have got it for both of them. I guess I had to do them separately. I thought I could do them together. Yeah, there we go. That looks pretty good. So then I think we'll give the tank a little bit of a turn between 80 and 100. So let's select the tank again at 80. Let's position that back at 80. And we'll set I, and we'll set a keyframe for rotation as well. And then at 100, we shall rotate it around Z a little bit. Not maybe just a few degrees. Maybe let's say 20 degrees. And we'll hit I and make another keyframe for rotation. So now our tank is going to drive over and stop and then turn. Looks good. All right. So what we'd like to do is have the tracks as well move between there and there. Now we're just going to have to guess. What happens when a tank turns is that the tracks move in opposite directions to turn the tank. So one set of tracks is going to have to move forward and one set of tracks is going to have to move back by about the same amount. So let's select I'm not sure which way it's going to be actually, so the easiest thing might be if we just try it. But we've already got a keyframe there for that right track, so we're going to bring it up to 100 and we're going to change the location for the tread. Alright, let's say we'll put it forward 2 meters and we'll hit a keyframe there, I, for location. And for the left track, we'll put it back 2 meters, so 8 the other direction, I, location. And let's just see if that looks right. If it's not, we'll do it the other way around. Oh yeah, that's right, first time. Sometimes it happens. So now our tank comes out and the tracks move in opposite directions and the tank spins around. Excellent. Now let's maybe a little bit after the tank turns, let's get the turret starting to move. So let's select the turret pivot over here and let's select it there and let's hit I to put a keyframe in for rotation, and we'll just make that this initial rotation, and then we'll go out another few seconds, 20 seconds or so, and we'll rotate it a bit around Z in one direction. That should look nice. And then maybe what we'll do is let's select the barrel pivot. Oops, barrel pivot, and let's put a keyframe in for that as well for rotation, and then we'll just go 10 seconds or so, and oh, a lot did I look. And then we're going to rotate that barrel pivot. I'm not sure which direction the axis is in for this one, so it's not that one. Let's try it Z. No, it's not Z. So by process elimination, it must be X. So let's rotate it up maybe about 10 degrees or so. There. All right. So let's go back and see how that looks for the whole tank. Again, I'm feeling I made a mistake here. Let's just see. Yeah, that didn't. So I missed out. Yeah, so sorry. I was supposed to make a keyframe there for rotation for that there, and then at 40, this value should be 10 degrees. And we seem to have lost the barrel pivot as well. I thought I had a keyframe in for that, so that's, yeah, I guess I didn't record it. So again, let's put that in for, I want it to go a bit that way. So let's hit I rotation to make sure we got that keyframe. Okay, let's go back and see. So now the tank should drive up to the middle. The whole body should turn. And the turret pivot should turn, and the barrel should tilt up, which it isn't. Alright, let's go back and have a look at the barrel pivot again. Seems we have missed. Let's go between 0 and for some reason 0 there, so that didn't take the 10. Let me type the 10 in there again, and just hit I rotation to lock that in. Yeah, there we go. Now the turret pivots and the barrel moves up. That's what we wanted to do. And then maybe just to finish off, we'll have the barrel just slowly turn back towards the camera. So let's select the pivot again and adjust the Z value. Just kind of pointing at us here. That's for kind of dramatic effect. And hit I again to record, and rotation to record that and lock it in. Okay, and now our animation's a little bit long, so we'll just finish the end to be 180 there, which is where this last keyframe is. So let's see. Drive over, tank turns around, pivot goes left, barrel goes up, pivot goes right. Alright, nice. Let's rewind again. Let's put this into rendered mode, and we'll switch off all selections. Now, the scene looks a bit odd because that background looks very dark, so before we go any further, we might just brighten up this background. So in this tab here, hopefully you can see that, the world properties, and it's not under my camera at the moment, which I don't think it is. There's a color just here to the right, and you can adjust that color. So let's put it to a nice kind of sky blue color and make it kind of bright. That's going to look a bit better. And let's just check, do we have a light of any kind in the scene? Yeah, we have a sun. So we want to vary the strength of that sun. So come down here to the lamp properties. And the lamp is currently 1, so let's try 5. There we go, that looks better. Alright. And then we can just switch off some of the overlays with that button. Sorry, I'm going to hit N again to close this side panel. And I'm going to switch off some of the overlays with that button there. And let's just hit spacebar and watch our little tank do its thing. Okay, so hopefully that's enough information for you to take the tank model and finish animating it. And if this is a success, maybe leave a comment on the video, or let CoderDojo Athenry know if you saw this and you think it was useful and you'd like me to do another one or two of them until we can get back to Clarence College or the new school, wherever we happen to be. If nobody watches, I suppose, or it's not any good, I won't bother doing any more. But hopefully it will be, and it'll be great to see all of you folks back at Dojo again soon. Thanks. Bye.